Hello everybody, I'm just going to be doing a little bit of testing real quick before we get started here, so don't mind me. I'll just be testing some stuff in the chat, trying to figure out these dang bots, maybe trying to switch between a couple of scenes real quick. So hang on for a few minutes as I try to figure this out. Whoa, all right, that's working. That's pretty cool, but then is this, now this is the real test. Is this working? Okay, that's not working. Chat does not really want to work. Okay. I still don't know why that doesn't work. Should work. But if I do it this way, it works, right? Oh, maybe not. Uh-oh. You completely break it. No. Okay, so there's that. Now, I type a pog in the chat. What does that look like? That just says pog. Okay. Weird. Okay. Well then, can I do a little bit more testing here? Sorry. What if I do that? Does that actually like show something? That'd be pretty crazy if it did. I have 0 points. All right. So that's working. That's pretty cool. Okay, good to know. We will get started here in a minute. Hello everybody, I'm Thomas and welcome back to another solo gaming Sunday stream. This week, Ironsworn Edition, where I will be playing the RPG Ironsworn. Feels kind of weird coming back to this game so long because I've already played the sequel-ish. It's kind of a sequel, not really. It's I guess it is. It's not. It feels weird saying a sequel because it's not like they're like connected like story-wise, but they are gameplay-wise. Anyway, Starforged. Played that a few times. This is the game it's based on. Iron Valley. Played that a few times. This is the game it's based on. So, feels appropriate to finally get back to the game that inspired both of those and play it some. So, that's what I will be doing today. It's playing some playing some Ironsworn finally. Additionally, I'm going to pretty much just be using Ironsworn. No other supplements or tools, no mythic, no whatever. I'm trying to just with Ironsworn stuff. But the only other tool I will be using today is this really neat thing I found called D100 Lands. D100 Lands is basically a modification of another tool called Pocket Lands that someone made work for hexes. And I will be using that for hex generation as I explore around the map. There's some pretty cool examples about how to do that exactly. But yeah, so I'll be using that. All the links for stuff should be in the description for Ironsworn, for D100 Lands. I also found this really cool website called, like, I don't even remember the name, like Hex Generation. It was some GitHub page. But essentially, it's really neat. On this page, you type in how many rows and columns of hexes you want, and it'll generate a little hex grid for you. And that's what I did to get this cool map up here. And it also has the option, as you can see, which I chose to do, you can label all the hexes with numbers, which I did because I think it makes it just a little bit easier to reference. So yeah, all of that should be in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing this. Yeah, I was going to play it last week, and I had something come up literally at like the last minute, like 2 minutes, 1 minute before the stream. I had something come up where I had to like cancel. And now here we are. So take two, attempt number 2, but here I am this time ready to actually give this game a shot. And I gotta say, I mean, I started out playing Starforged first before I played this, and then I came back and learned this. They're very similar, obviously, but they do share a good amount of differences. I will definitely note some of them as I go through the rules today. Ironsworn does seem like more straightforward with the rules. I don't know, Starforged doesn't have that much. There's just more to Starforged. I think like the rulebook is, there's just more oracles and stuff for like the, just whatever, which is really cool. The Starforged oracles are really good. But this game has a lot of cool stuff in it. So I guess I will quickly get started on the rules overview for Ironsworn. And I should note real quick before we get started, Ironsworn, developed by Sean Tompkin, I believe, and it is free. So Starforged, you do have to pay for it, but Ironsworn, this one that we're playing here today, is free. You can go and download it right now. Everything I'm using pretty much is free. I mean, the Ironsworn is free. The D100 Lands is a fan-made thing that you can get for free. The game it's based on, Pocket Lands, I believe you can get the PDF for free. This website for hex generation, it's just a free website. And that's pretty much all the stuff I have. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into Ironsworn and the rules for it. I do have the basic rules summary printed out here. And then I do have all the oracles printed out. But if you haven't realized by now, on this channel, I normally buy PDFs for games and just print out what I need. And I have my my iPad here for the book. So we'll kind of just go over a little bit of the book now. Let me maybe zoom in on this a little bit. Put it like right here, something like that. And I'll quickly just skim through the rules. I'm gonna try not to spend too much time, but I always say that, and then I always spend like 40 minutes going over the rules when I only mean to spend like 10. It's just how it goes. I don't know. I don't want to cover things not enough, but I also don't want to bore people with too much detail if they don't care. But oh well. If you're a VOD watcher, you can just skip ahead, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, Ironsworn. So first thing about the game that this talks about is the modes of play. There's 3 of them. Guided, so that's a traditional, there's a game master and they run this stuff. You got cooperative, which is where there's no GM and you're just playing with other people. So you're both kind of the GM, you kind of like take turns, kind of share responsibilities, or you can play it solo. That's what I'm doing here today, where I'm the GM, but there's also no GM. Yeah, so this game is intended for small solo or group play. But it can be played with 1 to 4 people. So what do you need to play this game? Not very much. You need 2 10-sided dice for the challenge dice. You need a 6-sided dice for your action dice. That's it. It's pretty great. Not very much. Optionally, you need extra dice, 2d10 for Oracle, if you want that. And printing out the character sheets, you know, that's the only other thing you need. So the setting of this game is it's a little bit different than Starforged, I guess you could say. It's a lot different. This takes place in a place called the Ironlands. I guess I'll just read what it says a little bit about the Ironlands. It is a rugged peninsula of isolated communities and untracked wilds on the frontier of the known world. A little bit about some of like just bullet points about the Ironlands. I will say real quick, there is a whole like little truths document where you go through and pick all the truths of your world. So that is still a thing in this game, but these are just some default assumptions about the Ironlands. So for example, 2 generations ago, your people were driven to the Ironlands from their former homes in the old world. So my people are pretty new to this land, I guess. The next bullet point is the weather here is harsh. Winters are brutal. The rugged terrains make travel and trade difficult and dangerous. Always fun. There's no thriving cities. I mean, instead, Ironlanders live in isolated villages or steadings. Their homes are modest, buildings of wood, stone, and thatch. Many areas of the Ironlands are unexplored and uninhibited except by the firstborn, which are these beings. There's just like elves, giants, wolf-like creatures. There's some mystical kind of creatures that could be roaming the island that are called firstborns. But yeah, coins have little value here. Most commerce is through barter or favors. Some communities remain isolated and independent, while others trade for, goods such as iron, grain, wood, livestock, wool, and coal. There's a diverse mix of people and cultures within the Ironlands, even within a single community. You can envision your character and those you interact with however you like. Communities sometimes band together under a powerful leader, but there are no kingdoms. Territorial lines are sketchily drawn, if at all. Large-scale warfare is unheard of, but raiding parties and skirmishers between communities are a constant menace. Some communities subsist entirely on raiding. Just how it goes in the Ironlands, I guess. Spears, axe, shields, and bows are the dominant weapons. Swords are rare and highly prized. Some warriors choose to wade into battle clad in iron, while others trust in their prowess or in their strength of their shields. And let's see what else we got. Magic is it's subtle and mysterious. Mystics seek to ward away the darkness through the practice of magic, but often succumb to it. Rituals are performed as blessings to gain insight. And then finally, supernatural creatures and beasts are rare, frightening, and dangerous. So that's a little bit about the Ironlands. I am going to check something real fast here. Okay, sorry. Looks like we are good. Sorry, just want to double check something. Okay, so that's a bit about the Ironlands, but it says, you're encouraged to make the setting however you want. Feel free to change it, yada, yada, yada. Iron vows. This game is called Ironsworn. Iron vows are pretty important to this game. So, a vow is sacred when you declare a solemn promise to serve or aid someone or to complete a personal quest. Your honor is bound to that vow. Abandoning or recanting an oath is the worst sort of failure. So that's something to keep in mind. Vows are like one of the main things in the game. This is the main way you earn experience. It's the only way you earn experience. Is through vows, which is kind of one way that this is different. I'll say right off the bat. And one way that personally I like this game less than Starforged is that you can only get experience through vows, but in Starforged there's other ways to get experience. There's like 3, because you can only get it through vows. In Starforged you could get it through, well, I guess because you can get through like non-combat. Well, I guess it's not all combat, I don't know, but you only get experience through vows. And when I start, I'll have kind of 2 vows to start out. One background vow, that's the big thing my character's working towards, and then a vow related to the inciting incident of what's going on in the story right as I start. So, my character, like the other games, characters are pretty simple, pretty straightforward. They have some stats, same overall conditions. The main thing that give your character flavor are the assets, which are pretty cool, different abilities and whatnot. Hello there, Florio. How's it going? How's your Sunday going? Yeah, characters, yada, yada, yada. This is the character sheet. It's also what I have right here. Yep. I'll go over that more, the character sheet, when I actually, make the character. But yeah, we can moves. I guess we can start going over some of the move stuff. So moves are kind of the main ways you do stuff in the game. They're kind of as it says here, self-contained systems to resolve a specific action, scene, or question. They're pretty handy. The main way you do a move is by making an action roll. And so to do that, you roll 2d10, which are called the challenge dice. You roll a d6, it's called your action dice. The goal is you're trying to get your action dice score, or it's called your action score, higher than the challenge dice. So you take, whatever is rolled, you add the necessary stat. So whenever you roll something, for example, in this case, like gather information, it'll tell you roll plus something. So in this case, it's plus wits. And so you would add your wit stat. So in this case, like in this example, it's 2. And then you also get any additional adds from stuff like your assets or extra bonuses, in this case, 1. So in this case, 3 plus 2 plus 1, that's a 6. So 6 is your final score that you're comparing against the challenge dice. And then depending on if you beat both of the challenge dice or one or neither, that kind of determines the outcome. So you can see in this case, a 6 beats the 4, but it doesn't beat the 8. So that's what they would call in the industry a weak hit. You either have a strong hit when it beats both, a weak hit when it only beats one, or a miss when it beats neither. It's finally time for an RPG. Oh yeah, we're gonna be getting into some Ironsworn today. I'm looking forward to it. I was all ready for last time. I had everything set up, and it was like last minute I had to cancel. So I hate canceling stream too, especially when I have like everything all ready and set up. But I just couldn't stream last week. So we're here now, going over the rules. Luckily, there's not too much to go over. I'm gonna kind of do abbreviated rules overview just because I've played Starforged and Iron Valley on this channel multiple times, so they all use kind of the same systems, but I'll still do a brief overview. Matches. So whenever your 2 challenge dice are the same, it's called a match because they match and cool stuff happens. So if it's a strong hit when they match, really good stuff happens, or if it's a miss and a match, really bad stuff happens. So momentum is a pretty cool system in this that is in Starforged too. That over here, it's on a scale of, I guess, -6 to 10. It starts at default of 2. And pretty much throughout the game, you'll be getting momentum and from different things. And it's kind of like what it sounds like. It's your character's momentum, and you can use it. It's a thing that you can basically burn at any point to help boost a roll. And so this is another way that Starforged does differ from Ironsworn, is how burning momentum works. Burning momentum in this game, you cancel any dice that are less than your momentum value. So let's go back to that dice rolled example. In this example, so the 2 dice that were rolled were a 4 and an 8. If my momentum was 5, since that's more than 4, I could burn on my momentum, setting it back to 2, and then I could basically cancel this 4. Even though it already beats it in this example, that'd be a weird one to do, but that's something you could do. And that's kind of how momentum works. So yeah, it's pretty handy. It's something you just use every now and again, and you just got to hope for the best. But it's a pretty nice little system that just like you can save it up and then over time use it whenever a really bad roll hits. I'm not rushing out in the summary, just see if I made something more non-clear. Don't know, not sure if it's real world. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Hope you're doing good, Blorio. Appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully also your insomnia is doing better, because man, when you're talking about that does not sound like a fun time. So hopefully that's doing better for you. But yeah, that's momentum. Pretty straightforward. Progress tracks. Progress tracks is what makes this game. This is not everything runs on progress tracks, but progress tracks is used for a lot of different things. A progress track is this. It's 10 little boxes, and the 4 main things you use a progress track for is vows. In this game, tracking your quests and stuff, that uses a progress track. Whenever you want to take a journey to go somewhere, progress track. You're entering combat, progress track. And then finally, when you establish a bond with somebody, use a progress track to mark your bond on a track. So pretty cool, pretty neat. And how progress tracks work is, well, you track progress, but then most of the time you'll do some sort of what's called a challenge roll at the end, or sorry, a progress roll. I should also note that there's 10 boxes here, but depending on, there's different difficulties, different ranks, I guess is what's technically called, of progress tracks. You fill in different boxes every time you mark progress. So if it's only a troublesome task, every time you're told to mark progress, you fill in 3 whole boxes. But if it's just a formidable, then you're only marking 1 box. Or if it's an epic task, which like your starting vow is, you're only doing 1 single tick, and it takes 4 ticks to fill up a box. So that's going to take a lot of time till you're done with it. And that's why it's an epic thing, because it's epic in scope. So that's that. And then a lot of the times when you're trying to finish up whatever the progress track is for, you'll do a progress move, which is essentially you roll 2 challenge dice and you take how many filled in boxes you have and use that as your kind of number, which is called your progress score. So in this example, there are 6 boxes filled in, so their score is 6. They roll a 4 and a 6. The 6 is higher than the 4, but it's not this higher than the 6. So this is a weak hit. But that's how progress tracks work. Ideally, the more of them you have filled in, the better chance you have of a success whenever you do the progress roll. Pretty neat little system, if you ask me. I especially like how it, like this whole part here, that like the different ranks give it different amounts you fill in. I think it's a pretty cool little system. You got harm and stress, which are basically the 2 ways you take damage in this game. Damage, there's kind of your health and your spirit, so your physical and mental health, and yeah, these are the 2 ways that those are damaged, through harm and through stress. So those are those assets I kind of already talked about. Oracle die, don't really need to talk about. Bonds are just people you're really chummy with. They give you advantage for specific moves. You start out the game, I think, with like 3 bonds, but then you can get more throughout the game. Equipment, we don't have to worry about equipment too much. This game is very abstract. It's abstract to this little track down here. This is called the supply track, and that represents your supply. The supply track is an abstract representation of your general readiness, clothes, ammo, food, water, and mundane gear. So you can mark like specific equipment if it's important, but besides that, your supply track kind of abstracts all that to say if you're ready or not. And what else? Now we got to create the character. I don't think there's too much else to go over because I went over the gist of it. I'm not gonna go over probably all the moves because that doesn't seem important. I think I'm just gonna create a character, which I want to go to. Let's see, the character creation summary. So in summary, how you create a character, there's a couple steps to it. Envision your character, choose a name, set your stats, set your health, spirit, and supply, set your momentum, pick 3 background bonds, pick 3 assets, make note of any important equipment, and then finally set a background vow and envision your inciting incident. So that's what we'll be doing here to create a character. Zoom back out a little bit, maybe put this over here. It's better than before. Now I started volunteering again, so I've much more tired during the day. Okay, well that's good. And I'm glad to hear it's getting better. And I definitely think that yeah, doing a lot more during the day just so you're more tired at night. I imagine that helps. Something cool happened next week. Next week will be my first game as a paid DM. Really? Oh, that is cool. What system are you running? That's really cool though. And also are you doing it like in person or online? I've heard people of doing like paid DM services, so that's cool. You got a chance to do that. You know, I get a free DM right here with just me doing some solo DMing. I'm my own DM. I don't have to pay for anything. That is cool. And finally meeting with a psychologist. Okay, well that's good. I mean, that sounds like, you know, it's got to be a good thing to be making progress towards this stuff. But yeah, so let's get into character creation a little bit, because I might take a little bit of time with this. I want to keep this moving along. Choose a name. Oh, I'm gonna have to go with Marbash. I mean, does a better name exist? I don't think so. Marbash will be my character's name. Stats. Okay, so this was something I got to think about. So I guess real quick we'll go over the stats. Let me zoom back in maybe on my character sheet. There we go. Kinda, sorta. Yeah. We're asked to conduct a classic D&D. Classic? You mean like first edition classic? Is that what you mean by a classic? Or just like a standard kind of normal, you know, you're doing like 5th edition, but just kind of like a normal, you know, fantasy setting, nothing too crazy. That's cool though. That's cool. So the different stats that a character has, I didn't go over this till earlier, but you have 5 different categories of stats. You have edge, heart, iron, shadow, and wits. Edge is like your speed and agility. Heart is your compassion, leadership, kind of charisma. Iron is your endurance, kind of toughness. Shadow is your stealthiness and deceptiveness. And then finally, wits is your wits. It's how smart you are. It's how, I don't know, how much you're able to keep knowledge, I guess. I don't know. It's your wits. So, and how it works when doing stats is you assign one of these a 3, 2 of them a 2, 2 of them a 1. So I also don't know if I should do world creation or character creation first. I don't know if it matters. Maybe I'll actually I'll go back to the world truths first for team building. My unpaid job without homebrew. Okay. Team building on my own page. Okay, that's interesting. I'm trying to think of how I want to do. Yeah, well, you know what? Let's go back. I'm gonna go back, and we'll go over this first. My world truths, which to save time, I've already filled out. I've already kind of thought about it beforehand. I'm just kind of using the same world truths that I was in my like solo playthrough that I was doing, you know, before the stream. So I'm just gonna keep the same world truths just to make it easier in my head, and also, like I said, to save time. So I will quickly go over and read a little bit about the world I'll be playing in, because I definitely think these world truths are going to help establish kind of who Marbash is and what his deal is. So the old world, talking about, okay, two whatever it was, generations ago, my people moved to the Ironlands. Why? I went with option 2. The sickness moved like a horrible wave across the old lands, killing all in its path. Thousands fled aboard ships. However, the plague could not be outrun. On many ships, the disease was contained through ruthless measures, tossing overboard anybody who exhibited the slightest symptoms. Other ships were forever lost, and in the end, those who survived found the Ironlands and made it their new home. Some say we will forever be cursed by those we left behind. Not super fun way to leave the old world, but seems like a pretty good cause. And what's cool is also each of these little truths of the world have a quest starter. It's just something you can do. I'm not really going to read those. Might use one later, but I don't know, just extra stuff to read. And I already have to read like a couple pages of these. Iron. So what's going on with iron in the Ironlands? Well, the imposing hills and mountains of the Ironlands are rich in iron ore. Most prized of all is the Starforged black iron. Hey, it's a Starforged, that's a reference. Okay, so yeah, iron is pretty plentiful in the Ironlands. Go figure. Legacies. Okay. For the Ironlands, before even the Firstborn, another people lived here. Their ancient ruins are found throughout the Ironlands. So, long time ago, long time ago, there were other people here before even the Firstborns, which are like the non-human people and stuff that live here. For communities, I chose the option for that we live in communities called circles. These are settlements ranging in size from a steading with a few families to like a village with several hundred people. Some circles belong to nomadic folk. Some powerful circles might include a cluster of settlements. We trade and sometimes feud with other circles. So that was the communities option. On to the next page, leaders. So this version of the Ironlands, I said that each of our communities has its own leader called an overseer. Every 7th spring, the people affirm the current overseer or choose a new one. Some overseers wear the iron circlet reluctantly, while others thirst for power and gain it through schemes or threats. So that's what's going on with the leaders. I'm a volunteer in the admissions office at the university. Oh, okay. Have you thought about a master's degree in Russia? We have low passing scores this year. Okay, so you admission there. I've not thought about it. Master's degree in Russia. I can't say I have. Now, once I was done with school, I'm done with school. I was like during college considering doing some sort of master's program, but after college, once I was done, I was like, yeah, I'm good. Got my degree. I'm done. That's cool. Admissions office. Okay. Okay, so yeah, getting on to the next point here. Defense. So in the Ironlands, the wardens are our soldiers, guards, and militias. They serve their communities by standing sentry, patrolling surrounding lands, and organizing defenses in times of crisis. Most have strong ties to their community. Others, called free wardens, are wandering mercenaries who hire on to serve community or protect caravans. So that's that. A few more to go over here. How many do we got? A couple more pages left. I'll try to breeze through these, and this is why I'm glad I picked these out beforehand, because it still takes a while, even though that I had these kind of already picked out. Mysticism. I said that magic is rare and dangerous, but those few who wield the power are truly gifted. As far as religion, I went with the option of a few Ironlanders still make signs or mumble prayers out of habit or tradition, but most believe the gods long ago abandoned us. The Firstborn says, the Firstborn have passed into legend. Some say the remnants of the old tribes still dwell in deep forests or high mountains. Most believe they were never anything more than a myth. So Firstborn aren't really around anymore. Beasts. So I went with the option of beasts of all sort roam the Ironlands. They dwell primarily in the reaches, but range into the settled lands to hunt. There, they often prey on cattle, but attack on travelers, caravans, and even settlements are not super uncommon for that to happen. So yeah, I made it have, there's a lot of beasts in this version of the Ironlands, so that's fun. And then the other thing I made, and it's the last little decision here to go over, is the horrors. I went with the option of, we are wary of dark forests and deep waterways, for monsters lurk in those places. In the depths of the long night, when all is wreathed in the darkness, only fools venture out. beyond their homes. So that's the version of Ironlands that I came up with. So those are all the world truths. Just thought I'd go over them now. I'm gonna keep this, off to the side, just kind of off the screen. Maybe we'll come back to that, but yeah, just figure we need to get that out of the way. So, we have a little less choice here. After the age of 18, either higher education or the army. Oh, jeez, I didn't realize that's how it worked. Okay, yeah, that's not really too much of a choice. Dang. So that's all done. Name is set. So then, yeah, next part of character creation is I need to do my stats. So I think I'm gonna go with, I want Marbash to be the kind of character I envision Marbash to be. Is I made this world, this Ironlands, full of beasts and horrors are pretty present. So I like the idea of him being a bit of a monster hunter. So I think that's kind of like the archetype I'm trying to go down this time. So I think that's going to be 3 wits because he needs to be a pretty knowledgeable dude to track these things. Edge, because I think he's going to use a bow and arrow as his main weapon, and that's kind of the ranged weapon stat. I think heart, so he's good with getting along with some people, and he has some charisma and maybe some persuasion. But iron, so we'll say he's not the most toughest guy, and shadow, not the most sneaky person either. Which kind of seems weird for someone that's like a monster hunter, but yeah, he's smart, so that kind of makes up for it. Maybe, who knows? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with 3 wits, 2 edge, 2 heart, 1 iron, and 1 shadow for my my starting stats. So that is done. I already have my health, spirit, and supply all set. My momentum starts at +2. I guess I need to make it, that's where the reset is too, so I'll jot that down. And we're moving right along to mark up to 3 background bonds. Okay, that's the next step. He's going to immigrate. I applied for a master's program in Germany. Started learning German. Oh, really? Okay, that's cool. But then a situation happened with Ukraine. University where I wanted to go. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's unfortunate. For a master's degree in Germany. Germany would be cool. I'm also trying to learn German. It's very slowly on my own, but that's cool. But where in Germany were you looking? I'm kind of curious. That's unfortunate that that they stopped accepting Russian students. But I mean, yeah, I guess unfortunate, but I it's I kind of get it, but yeah, so 3 background bonds. Okay, so here's what I think. I'm gonna create 2 of them right off the bat and then save 1. So I'll maybe like put a question mark above 1. I think the 2 I'll start with is I'm gonna start with 1 for wherever the community I'm starting in, which is probably gonna be my home community. I think is my home village or whatever. And then I'll have a bond with the overseer, I think, of that community. Seems like a pretty good way to do that. So I just need to think of, okay. I need to generate a settlement name. We're about to do the first roll of the session. Let's do it. Okay, so I need to roll a 2 D100, I think. The first one to figure out what category it falls in, and then another for another. I'm just gonna roll, yeah, my 2 D10s, I'm using the white one first. I gotta get the first roll on screen, are you kidding me? Can't be rolling off screen for this, there we go. 37. is the category for my settlement name. So it's some sort of a creature is what this town is named after. And that's going to be 63. The town is called Fox Hollow. Pretty cool name for a town. I like it. Fox Hollow. Where do I want to jot this down? Maybe just, I have a spare sheet of paper. I'm just writing like notes and stuff. So maybe that's one section. That's all right. Bonds. Should I make a track for this? So is Fox Hollow one word? I already forget. It was. Whoops. Fox Hollow. Okay. Streamlabs hydrate reminder. Thanks Streamlabs. Make sure you all hydrate. I got those hydrate reminders set up. Finally got some of the bots working, so I can start doing stuff like that. Okay, so I got Fox Hollow as my starting settlement. The other thing I want to do real fast is come up with a name for the overseer that's at my settlement. So I'm gonna do a random Ironlander's name, which I get 88. So my overseer's name is Leela. Leela is who my other bond is with. Okay, and like I said, I'll save my other bond. So we go back to here, so X that. Fox Hollow is my starting place, and Leela is the overseer. What else do I need to do? Okay, asset time. Oh boy, my favorite part. It sounds like I'm joking. I'm not. I think the assets are really cool in this game. So just not just like Starforge, because the assets are a little bit different in this one. So you have, let's see, I think 4 different types. Yeah. So you have, basically I get to pick 3 assets. I have companions, path, combat talents, and rituals. So companions, kind of what it sounds like. You get a little buddy, whether you want a cave lion or a horse or like a raven, are all different assets you can get, and they all have different levels and different, abilities and stuff you can unlock. Path is kind of what it sounds like, different paths you can take, more general stuff. So stuff from like an alchemist to a herbalist to someone that's masked, a rider, someone's spirit bound, a trickster, weapon master, all sorts of cool stuff. Paths, well, there's lots of options for. Combat talent. It's kind of what it sounds like. It's just stuff that helps you out in combat, whether you're a brawler or a duelist, a fletcher if you make your own arrows, a shield bearer if you got a shield, stuff like that. Lots of cool options. And then finally, ritual is spells. You got different spells and kind of rituals and stuff, magical abilities. Different stuff from totem to scrying, doing an awakening spell, lots of neat stuff. So to pick out 3 of these, normally this would take some time, but once again, I kind of did some of this ahead of time to save time. So what I think I'm gonna go with is, like I said, I'm gonna go for a bit of like a monster hunting, creature hunting focused kind of character archetype thing. So first I went with a communion ritual because I wanted to grab one ritual. I think they're cool, and this one basically allows you to speak with the dead. So that seems like it could be pretty handy. Pretty much that's what it does. The other one of the other assets I grabbed is Slayer. So it's a path that says when you gather information by tracking a beast or horror, or when you secure an advantage by readying yourself to fight against them, you can add +1 and take +1 momentum on a hit. And then the last option, since I kind of mentioned earlier, I'd like my main weapon of choice to be a bow and arrow. I like to fight at range. I'm taking the archer combat talent. So it says if you wield a bow, When you secure an advantage by taking a moment to aim, you can choose your approach and add 1. You can either trust your instincts, you roll plus wits, or line up your shot and roll plus edge. So yeah, I think these will be the 3 assets I go with: Communion, Slayer, and Archer. I think we'll make a pretty cool character, but lots of other really neat talents in here, and paths and rituals and all that. Lots of cool stuff. I don't remember the name. The university higher education in the EU is quite expensive. Okay, cheaper than the education I paid with US. 100 to 500 euros per year. Really? Okay. Looks quite inexpensive. Is what I read that. I misread that. Quite inexpensive. I was gonna say 150, 500 euros per year. That's not too bad. Okay, that is more expensive. Okay. Yeah. Dang. Okay, so those are all picked out. Let me maybe zoom back out. Place these over here. Sounds kind of good. Hopefully there's enough room. I think that was my plan, was to just have them chill down here so I can easily read them. Heyo there, Jeremiah. How you doing? Hope your Sunday's going well. And we're just kind of getting along here. What build is this? High wits, low iron. Well, so the kind of archetype, the character I'm going for, is more of like a monster hunter. That's why I went for like Slayer and Archer. And be like an archer kind of hunter. I mean, I think if I'm going for like a full monster hunter, I think it would make sense to have higher iron and probably higher shadow, but like you can't have high everything. Wits, I want to be my best stack because I just want the dude to be kind of smart. And then edge is like my weapon, and heart, I don't know. I feel like heart's pretty important in this game, so I was like, I don't want to like forego that. But yeah, a bit of a ranger, bit of a monster hunter kind of ranger is what I'm envisioning. Let me keep reading what I have to do next because I kind of forgot. Make note of any important equipment or items. Which I don't really think I need to. I don't really have any special equipment or items. I mean, I have a bow and arrow for sure, and some arrows, which I don't have to worry about like tracking arrows because my supply. Besides that, I just probably have some standard like leather armor or whatever, like cloth armor. Pretty nothing crazy. Definitely not any like metallic nice armor. Just like maybe barely hide armor or something like that. Very basic stuff. So definitely nothing I feel the need to note down anywhere. And I need to set my background vow. So my background vow. I did have an idea for my background vow. Which one was it? That's not what I need. Hold on, I'm looking for... I don't even know where it would be. Maybe it wasn't a starting quest. Maybe it was just something I... Maybe I'll just kind of go with what I was thinking. So I think my background vow, this version of Ironlands I'm playing in is full of beasts. Like I made beasts, like they're everywhere. So these beast creatures are kind of everywhere. One of the beasts that's in the book is like a wyvern, like a bat-like creature. Big old bat-like creature. And so what I like, they fly, they got wings and stuff. So what I think my background vow is normally these are wild creatures, but at some point, someone in the past has figured out how to tame them. Some group has like figured out how to tame these like wyvern creatures and is going around like attacking villages. They just like swoop down, start attacking, swoop away. I mean, how are you going to take out these flying creatures? You got bow and arrows, but that's not going to do too much. So I think Marbash's village of whatever it was, Fox Hollow, at some point was attacked in the past by these wyvern raiders. And maybe he lost someone important. Maybe he lost like one of his parents or something. I don't know. Maybe both of his parents. Who knows? Maybe a lot of the villages was lost in this attack. Marbash obviously made it out. And I think that's going to be his background vow, is to get revenge on like the wyvern clan, maybe is what I'll call them. Get revenge on the wyvern clan. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. So I think that sounds like an interesting background vow. Get revenge on the wyvern clan, and that is going to be an epic leveled vow. You know, I said I was gonna read it beforehand, but I wasn't able to do so. So I'm here like a kid who didn't study before an exam. I was gonna ask like the smartest kid in class. Kid in the room shamelessly. You know, that's okay. I'm not judging you for not reading it beforehand. Especially this, I mean, it is free, so it's nice that you could just go ahead and download this. Yeah, I think this does have less in it than like Starforged, for example. There's not as much, I feel like, going on, but they're pretty much the same game. I feel like there's just, I don't know, a little bit less in this game, which is a good and bad thing. Less to read, but I don't know. I like Starforged a lot. It amuses me how Jeremiah knows something about the game, ask questions about the game, and I just complain about life. Hey, that's okay. I mean, I'm not, you know, you come in this chat and do whatever you want. Well, you can't like, you know, spam and, you know, like be hateful or anything. But if you're just coming in here chilling out, you know, talking about whatever, I'm cool with that. You know, it's all fine with me. Yeah, it's a funny point. Okay, so I think all that's really left is to figure out the inciting incident. And I think before I do that, I think we need a bit of a world. We need some tiles to start out. So got this hex here. Kind of went over that. This is the only other tool besides Ironsworn I'll be using today is this extra tool called D100 Lands. Should be linked in the description. It's based off of another RPG called Pocket Lands, which is kind of like a random generator for hexes. Well, I think it's just squares, but then this version is for hexes. And yeah, this works really well with Ironsworn. So what I'm going to do, well, first they have, let me see, it's back here. Okay. Is generate a bit of a coastline. So I think I'm just going to go like along the left here and say that this edge is like water. Maybe I'll color it in real fast, just for simplicity's sake. And then we'll draw in a bit of a coastline. So we just have a bit of a area to start, and then we'll say that wherever Fox Hollow is kind of starts near the coastline. Sounds like a good time. Cool. So then how you do a coastline is you basically roll a d6 for each edge, and then if it's a 1 or a 2, you switch it from land to water. So I'm gonna go through each of these over here one at a time real fast. So does this stay land? 1 or a 2, it goes to water. That stays land, stays land, stays land. Also, this is rolling 5s, like nothing there. That one changes to water, and that one stays land. So only one of them actually, that was what, number 4? So the water kind of creeps in a little bit here. But besides that, we got a pretty kind of just normal coast, I guess. So yeah, we got something like this. So we got this hex kind of with some water. Whatever. Okay. And then what I think I will do is figure out a tile to start, or to put Fox Hollow. And then what I think I'll do is, since like this is my starting settlement, I'll probably have all the tiles around it explored, just so, because I would know what's in the general area, I think, around my settlement, even if I don't know what everything is everywhere. So let's go with, kind of like near, let's maybe just go not right next to it, 102. Let's make that Fox Hollow. So first let me grab this paper, flip it over, and generate a tile type for Fox Hollow. I mean, honestly, maybe I'm not going to do that. I might actually just say it's going to be like a forest, because I think Fox Hollow, that kind of implies like foxes. So yeah, we'll just make it a forest, and then I'll roll for other stuff. So we'll see. Yeah, Fox Hollow is that this 102 hex here. So write that. Fox Hollow. Okay. Maybe I will still roll a hex just to see for the paths. So 41. There is a path going. We'll just make it go down. I don't even know why I rolled for that. We'll just make it going down. And what would I say? I want this to be like a woods, because I think that's what makes the most sense. Fox Hollow, that sounds like it would be a place that it's in the middle of like a forest or something. I guess wherever foxes frequent, but imagine the different biome options. So we have dark green is forests, light green is, I think it's just like grasslands is what they call it. This kind of in between green is wastelands. And then we have brown is hills, or no, the desert is called wastelands. The in between is swamp. The brown is hills, and the gray is mountains. I think those are all the different biome types. So they got a good variety of them. So Fox Hollow is where we're starting. I'll just draw in some like trees in the back or something, just because it's in a forest. And then there's a path going downwards. Sweet. Okay. So then I'm just going to generate some of the tiles around this, and I can even zoom in a little bit. I don't know why I'm so zoomed out. I can zoom in a little bit as I kind of fill in this beginning of the map here. So let's generate the tile above it first, that 101 tile. This time I'll actually just roll. 45, that's just a water tile? What? It's just kind of in the middle of nowhere. Okay, that's odd, but maybe it's just a big old lake or something. I don't know. Maybe it's connected to the shore somewhere else that we just don't see. Like, I don't know. Weird. I'm gonna go kind of like a snowflake pattern. So I'm gonna go like 203 here, kind of just hop around. So this is 08. So this is the same as this. And it just has paths going straight, left and right. So it's gonna be a jungle that kind of has like a fork in the road type path here. And yeah, just color that in real fast. Just draw a few like trees in here. Very poorly draw some trees, but you know what? As long as it just gets the point across that this is like a jungle or a forest or whatever you want to call it. Let's generate this 03 tile over here. 18. So that's going to be a grasslands. The path. Let's see, I forget. I think I don't remember exactly how this works. The water goes towards. Okay, never mind. I just want to make sure I'm doing the river part right. So there's no new river here. And there's some path coming from the top and going off to the right. 18, so this is a grassland. So I'll just draw like some grass because it's a grassland. Just getting a little bit of the map filled in. Just doing this ahead of time. I don't like starting with a completely blank map. And then we'll go these other 3 spots around just to finish filling this in. 202 is 93. So it's a grasslands. The path going down. I'll fill that in. Do the one below this says like a lot of roads coming to it, so I'm curious what it's gonna look like. 26. So it looks like it has a new road that starts, it goes downwards. Oh, yeah, I don't think any of these roads should technically be there. Yeah, I sometimes mess up how this D100 Lands works, but you know what? It's fine. It's all right. But yeah, technically, yeah, that shouldn't. A lot of the roads, there really shouldn't be roads unless there's a new road start symbol, which is what I just rolled this time. You know what? It's all right. None of the roads even connect to each other, so it's whatever. Color this in. We generate one more tile and then figure out what my inciting incident is. So we actually start this dang thing. 40 is just a tile going down, so it's another forest. And done. Okay. So we got a bit of a starting map here. We got the coast over here. Guess this might be some lake north of Fox Hollow. Got some more forests around connected, and then we have a bit of grasslands also around. But got a bit of a starting map, and also still have a decent amount that we can still explore. So I imagine we'll probably venture off to some settlement that's like way on this side of the map and kind of explore along the way. That'll be pretty fun. But for now, I'll set that back up there as I try to think of what would be a good inciting incident. Maybe I'll also take a quick another look at the starter quests from my world examples, because maybe there's something cool in here. We'll see. My character's like monster hunter related, so I kind of want to do something sort of related to that, but maybe not. I do like. I do kind of like this one quest starter that I might go with. Under beasts, the quest is professional slayers earn their keep by killing beasts. This particular slayer, famed throughout the Ironlands for her numerous kills, has gone missing. Did she finally meet her match, or is something more nefarious at play? What is your connection to her? That seems like a good one. As a fellow monster hunter, beast slayer myself, yeah, seems like a good task. So let me first roll up. Let me zoom out a little bit. Let me roll up a name for this person, this famed monster hunter that has gone missing. So 57. What kind of name does that give me? Hopefully a good one. Settlement name. Did I already go past? Am I dumb? Must be missing this. Elf names? No. Where is it? This is crazy. I think it's this page right there. Yeah, Ironlander's name. 57. Nisus? 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 It's got a little sus in there. Nisus. Okay. So maybe Nisus. Okay, so I need to. So my quest is that she went missing. I need to track her down. Okay, so I think this is definitely at least a dangerous quest, if not formidable. We'll make it just dangerous for now. We'll say my inciting incident quest is figure out where Nisus went and track them down. I think sounds like a pretty good inciting incident. think with that, pretty much ready to get started. Probably move this to my iPad right now. Probably won't even need that. Hopefully too much. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we're pretty much ready to get started, I guess. I guess I'm gonna probably take a little quick break here in a second, but yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that right now, actually. So yeah, I'm gonna take like a quick 3-minute break, 5-minute break. So yeah, I'll be back in a few. Stretch your legs, take a break while I'm gone. You know, grab a beverage, fill up your water, whatever. I'll be back in a few. Went to the wrong screen. Okay, yeah, I'll be right back. Hello everybody and welcome back to Soul Gaming Sunday, Ironsworn Edition. Where I'm playing some Ironsworn. Go figure. Who would have thought on Ironsworn Edition day, playing some Ironsworn. So, we're ready to roll. Got a character created, got a world created. So let me quickly go over real fast what my character is. So I'm playing Marbash, who is a slayer, they're an archer, and they know a bit of a communion ritual. A 3 wit, 2 heart, 2 edge, an iron, and 1 shadow. They have bonds with Fox Hollow, which is their starting home settlement, their village, and Leela. Leela is the overseer at Fox Hollow. Maybe I'll write that just so I also don't forget. And one of Marbash's main goals, and one of the things that probably drove him to become kind of like a monster hunter type guy, is a while ago in the past, who knows, probably when like Marbash was younger, his Fox Hollow was attacked by this clan of people that were riding these wyvern creatures, which is crazy. These are like these beasts. They're normally wild and ravenous, and there was just this clan of people that somehow tamed them, were riding them and attacking villages, including Fox Hollow. So Marbash definitely lost some people close to him, people in the village, maybe, you know, his parents, maybe one of his parents, maybe both of his parents, who knows. But Marbash lost a lot in that attack with these Wyvern clan people that attacked his village. So that is his overall vow, is to figure out, track these clan down, and get revenge on them. But right now, in Fox Hollow, so I think maybe Fox Hollow is a pretty normal settlement, maybe still is, but I think one thing is, like, once this Wyvern attack kind of happened, however long ago, the people of Fox Hollow started taking kind of monster hunting like more seriously, and like more, you know, kids were kind of like in Marbash's situation where they witnessed this atrocity, and then as they grew up, they wanted to try to get revenge and try to just, I don't know, do what they can to help. So like, I think since this incident, people have been training more to, you know, hunt monsters and creatures and beasts and stuff like that. So I think that leads us to Nisus. Nisus? I'm trying to figure out how I want to pronounce her name. Nisus, I think. That sounds like nieces. Nisus. Of Nisus, the famed hunter. That is my current quest, is that Nisus went and was hunting something somewhere. Don't know what she was hunting, don't know where she was hunting, but it seems like she's gone a little over her head because she's gone missing from what we've heard. So I need to figure out where she was hunting, what she was hunting, and try to track her down. And that's the goal. I think Nisus was originally from Fox Hollow. Maybe we trained, or maybe like the overseer is a hunter type person, so maybe we both trained under her, or so maybe we're like, maybe, you know, she was above me, but somehow like she was from Fox Hollow originally, and so that's why. And maybe she made a pretty good name for herself, like she's pretty well known, and then she's gone missing. So I think that's the situation. Is I'm in Fox Hollow. I also have this little like cube boy here to kind of track where I am. So right now I'm in Fox Hollow, in the forest in my hometown, and we maybe do trading with a local settlement that we get word from, that we hear about Nisus and how she's gone missing, that she was supposed to be back from her hunt however long ago, and she's still not back. So people are starting to get worried, because normally she comes back, you know, on time or before time. She's really good at her job. So people are starting to worry. And then that's when they bring out me. So I imagine probably the overseer, whatever I said her name was, Leela. She's probably the one that gives me this quest. So I think even though this is I still need to swear a vow for this quest. This one, I just have this one I need to swear a vow for. So we're gonna do our first kind of move, which is I think it's on the back here, swear an iron vow move. So when you swear upon iron to complete a quest, write your vow, give it a rank, done, roll plus heart. And then if you make this vow to a person or community with whom you share a bond, add +1, which I am. So with my plus heart, I'll be adding a total of +3. And starting off, that is a weak hit, because I have 8 total, which beats the 5, but loses to the 10. So we're starting off with a weak hit. You are determined, but begin your quest with more questions than answers. Take 1 momentum, envision what you do to find a path forward. So, okay. I think to me, what that sounds like is we know nothing about Nisus. We don't know where she was hunting to. We don't know what she was hunting. We don't know. That's right. I mean, those are the main things we don't know. We just know that she left somewhere. And I think with that weak hit, I think it's safe to say she was not leaving from Fox Hollow. Like, she traveled to some other settlement. From the settlement, got the quest to kill this thing, and then left from that place. So it's probably nearby wherever the other settlement is that she left from. So I think we need to go there to figure that out. So let's see. This is a dangerous quest. So if I were to fill all of these up, that'd be like 10. So I'm gonna write out a bit of a game plan. I kind of like doing this sometimes for these quests because to max fill up the boxes, all of these, excuse me, it would take me 5 steps to do that. Niece's quest. So I need to, step 1 is travel to settlement she got the job from, which I can go ahead and roll up a settlement name now of a nearby settlement that she left from, that she got the job from. So let me roll 2 D100s real fast. Let's see, that's a 55. Some sort of historical event is what this settlement's named after. Last March is the name of the settlement. Last March. So I need to travel to Last March. I need to find who gave her the job. I need to find out where she went. Where/what she was hunting. Travel/find her. And save her. Okay. So yeah, it's not that I'm gonna have to complete all of these to do that, but I like having kind of an outline of what needs done, how to do it, and kind of the right amount of steps to be at a max progress roll whenever this is done. So ideally, I need to travel to Last March, because that's where she left from. I need to find out who gave her the job, because we don't even know that. I'm gonna say we don't know that. I need to figure out, once I found out who gave her the job, okay, what was the job? Where was she going? What was she killing? Then I need to go to that place, and then I need to try to save her if she's still in trouble, which I imagine she is if she's not back. So that's the plan. Also, I want to check something real fast here. Okay. I was curious about that. Okay, sorry. So that's kind of the game plan. I think that's a pretty good start for a quest. And yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. So I'm still in Fox Hollow. I'm trying to think if there's anything like I want to do while still here before leaving to Last March. Okay, so let me you know what, let's ask the Oracle question, because I got questions. Let me tell you what, boy oh boy do I have questions. First question I have, is Last March close by or not? I think I'm gonna do this. If it's close by, I'm just gonna make it a troublesome journey. If it's far away, I'll make it like a dangerous or maybe formidable. I don't know. Because formidable, that's gonna take a while if I make it that. It's gonna be like a long, like, let's see, is that formidable is 1 box? That would take like 10 square. Yeah, we'll make this like either, I don't want to make this like a crazy long journey. Because the settlement's gotta be close enough that we're trading with. So yeah, here's what I'll ask the Oracle. I almost said Mythic. Here's what we'll ask the Oracle. Is the settlement close? If it's close, it's only gonna be troublesome. If it's farther away, we'll make it dangerous. a journey. And I'm going to give it a rank of unlikely. I don't think it's close, but let's see. Is it close? It is close. Wow. Okay. Didn't think it was going to be, but apparently this place is pretty close by. So we got that going for us. Sorry, 2 a.m. Oh, jeez. I'm going to my little crib thanks to the stream. Definitely interested in this game. I'll check it out later. I'll finish the stream recording on my way to work. Okay. Hope you have a good night. Yeah, no, this game is cool. It's definitely worth checking out. I think it's a fun one. And it's free. That's the best part. It's free. I mean, all the games I play on here, I mean, especially RPGs, they're usually pretty cheap, nothing too crazy, but this one is free. So it's great, very affordable. And you just got to print out some of the stuff for yourself, but there's also like digital ways to play it. But yeah. But yeah, hopefully you have a good night, and yeah, you have to let me know what you think of the recording tomorrow when you finish it. Hopefully we can maybe find this nicest person, figure out where they went, what they were hunting, maybe save them. Who knows? Maybe they're dead. Maybe they got set up. Could be any of those things. But yeah. So it's only a troublesome quest to travel to whatever it was called last March. The name's right there, and I forgot. So it's only a troublesome quest. Do I want to do anything else? I'm just trying to think of Walman, Fox Hollow. What else I want to do? Momentum set +3. I'm already supplied up. Got health. Got spirit. Got 2 quests already. I don't think I need more going on. I think I'm just gonna start probably the journey. Sirens and stuff going off. Hopefully that mic's not picking that up too much. All right, so yeah, let's just start a new progress track to travel to last March. And we'll start traveling. So I got this quest from Liwa. I'm trying to find Nisus. I'm gonna keep going back and forth and saying it like a billion times every time I say her name. Okay, so let's start the journey. And so how this works is pretty much each hex is just one part of the journey. So it's kind of how the best way to do it. Yeah, it's not like, because if you do different journey types, it's gonna be different amount of hexes per thing. Yeah, each time you mark progress, you pretty much just, that's a hex. It's a good way to think about it. Why is flies flying around, sirens going off? I'm getting too distracted here. Yeah, so I'm gonna go to this other forest area here. And that will involve me doing the where it is. Undertake a journey. Here we go. That was the move I was looking for. So undertaking a journey, when you travel across hazardous or unfamiliar lands, set the rank of your journey, which I did. Each segment of your journey, roll plus wits. If you're setting off from a community where you share a bond, add +1 to your initial roll. Yada, yada, yada. Which I am starting from a community, which I share a bond, so I do get that initial +1, which is pretty nice. My wits is 3. I get +1, so I'll be adding 4 to this roll. I've rolled a 1. I rolled a 1 against a 6 and a 10. What the hell is going on? That's a miss. Even if I were to like try to, I can't burn momentum. I can't do anything. That's a miss. Through and through. So on a miss, you are waylaid by a perilous event, and I have to pay the price. What kind of perilous event could be possibly going on? Maybe I'll try to roll like some oracle words. 13 and 100. Oh man. So what do we got? Surrender supply. 2 words I got are surrender and supply. And let me make sure I read this. You were waylaid by a perilous. So it has to be a perilous event. Because I had an event, but it's not perilous. It's got to be perilous that changes things. The words to inspire me are surrender and supply. Well, I kind of, to me, that seems like I'm being robbed. Like someone comes up to me, he's like, give me your food or something. The thing is, like, maybe, but I'm like hunter dude, so I can stand up for myself pretty well. But yeah, you know what? Because I still have to pay the price, so maybe we'll say that, like, there's probably a group of people then. Maybe like a group of bandits as I'm leaving Fox Hollow. I run into like a group of bandits, and they're asking me to like give over some like supplies and stuff, and I'm like, no, I need this. I'm like trying to go save people, and you're just trying to be what? You're trying to be bandits? Like, what is that? So what I think I'm gonna do is, here's what I'll do. I'm gonna lose supply. That's how I'm gonna do this. But I think I'm gonna lose 2 supply unless I can compel them. If I can compel them, I'll only lose 1 supply. So either way, they're gonna take stuff. But if I could try to talk them down from taking a lot of my stuff, that would be most ideal. Because I want to give myself some option here. I don't want to just make me lose stuff. So I guess I will try. It's either Shadow Heart or what, Iron. I guess I'll roll plus Heart to try to like convince them. That seems right. I'm just trying to convince them. Convince these bandits not to take all my stuff because I need it. Jeez. Okay, technically. So technically that's a miss. Because it's a 3 and a 5. I rolled it. Oh no, it's not. No, I'm dumb. Because if I'm doing plus heart, that's plus 2. So it's just a weak hit. I'll take a weak hit. As long as it's not a miss, I'll take a weak hit. On a weak hit, as above. But they ask something of you in return. So they're like, give us like, I don't know. They're like, give me your supplies. I'm like, no, don't take my supplies. I was like, well, I'll give you just a little bit. And I'll do something for you. And then they said, okay. But what do they want from me? Envision what they want. They ask of something you in return. Could it be... It's not supply. Could just be like they need my help with something. So they're gonna take my supplies. They're like robbing me, and then I'm just gonna help them out. What else could they want of me? I guess it maybe could be they need help with something, but I don't think I would help them if they just robbed me. They ask for something in return. What did they ask in return? I'm struggling to think of something like that makes sense. It's not just like me doing a task for them after they like rob me, because that just seems kind of strange. Maybe they just say like, don't tell anybody about us. Maybe that's all. They're like, you know, they're like, fine, we'll only take a little bit of your stuff, but don't, yeah, they're like, maybe like, don't rat us out or something. I don't know. I'm gonna sneeze, hold on. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, maybe that's it. I can't think of anything too crazy. So they do take some of my supply, so I will knock it down 1. I compelled them not to take all, like more, to take basically 2, but then they said something about you never saw us, or something like that, along those lines of like, we were never here, don't tell anybody about us, and then they were gone. So kind of a weird encounter. I haven't even left Fox Hollow yet. Let me give this another go. So leaving Fox Hollow, I'm gonna undertake a journey. So I will be doing plus wits, +1, since I'm still leaving community. So I will be getting +4 to this roll. There we go. My initial roll is 4, +4 is 8. That is definitely a strong hit. So I reach my waypoint. Yeah, I make good use of my resources, so I'll just mark progress. Should need a triple check. Troublesome, that should be 3 boxes. Crazy. Okay, and we already know what this square looks like, so it's just more forests. There's some roads for part of it, but for the most part, it's just more forests kind of extending from Fox Hollow. And yeah, that's pretty much that. So then I will continue onwards towards this 303 tile there that I'm kind of between. Let's do another roll, and I'm rolling +4 again. Oh, it's a weak hit. It's a weak hit. So I reach my waypoint, suffer -1 supply. Man, my supplies aren't doing too good. Maybe I need to stop to forage somewhere here in a second. But I do mark progress. 2, 3. Boom. Okay. And then I can draw more on my map. So what did I roll? 18 was my roll. So what's cool is you just use the roll you used to do the undertake a journey roll. Use those numbers up here to draw your hex. So you don't even have to re-roll them. I just use that 1 and 8. For an 18, I'm drawing grasslands. I believe I double check something real fast. So 18 says go ahead and, okay. Cool. So we have a road kind of, and I think I should have also, I did that a little bit wrong. I'll explain what I did here in a second. I need 100% concentration to color this in with coloring pencils. The real intense stuff we're doing here. How the D100 works with doing a journey, there are some modifications that can be applied. So you add +1 if you're on a road. You subtract 1 if you're not in a grassland or hills. And you also subtract 1 if you must cross a river without a bridge. So I forgot that. So technically, since I was like in a forest, so I wasn't in a grassland or hills, I should have been subtracting 1. So that's kind of how those rolls work. I kind of forgot. I should maybe write that somewhere else. You can have up to a +1 or up to a -2, depending on where you're coming and where you're going. But luckily, I'm in a grasslands now with roads, so I won't lose any, and I will have a +1 additional, which is pretty nice. Depending on where I go. If I went to 403, I wouldn't have the road bonus because there's no roads like on this edge of the hex here, but here there is. So I'm just gonna keep going on 404 down there and see what's going on. Might be the last little leg of my journey. We'll have to see. Oof. So I get to add 5 to that essentially because I get my, or no, just 4 because I get wits plus the 1 for the road, so +4. That brings me up to a 10, which is still only a weak hit. So I will be able to mark progress, but my supply is going down ever further. I also need to draw whatever tile number 2 is. So it's the same as the last tile. It has roads going everywhere, man. This is crazy. So this has got to be the settlement because it has roads going up and to the left and to the right. And it's also a grassland, so I'm trying to draw that in there. Color that in there. Lots of roads. I like it though. Helps me out. So I'm here. That's another part of the journey complete. 3 more boxes filled in. And yeah, we're just continuing on. So I think it's safe to do the progress roll for this journey. Yeah. What do I need to do? I need to do the reach your destination move. So I'm gonna roll the challenge dice. My number is 9, so hopefully I don't roll 9s or 10s. I roll a 9, of course I do. So that is a weak hit on reaching my destination. So I arrive, but I face an unforeseen hazard or complication. You know, maybe I encounter some hazard. So let me real quick write in the place here. Last March, draw some like houses so I know it's like a settlement. Cool, we made it. Made it to last March. So just gotta kind of cross this out, but that was a weak hit, so I need to face a unforeseen hazard or complication. So maybe I'm trying to think of like just some random like wilderness hazard that I could roll up. What would be going on in a grasslands? Maybe just trying to think of like, so I'm not riding on a horse, I'm just walking with my bag, like my backpack with all my supplies and gear and whatever in it, my adventuring sack. Yeah, I just want to think like what would make a good, I guess I could maybe roll on the oracle for like just words. Just give you some words. See what this generates. So 39 destroy and danger. The hell does that mean? Destroy danger. Danger, destroy, destroy danger. Yeah, I don't really like that. See, I just want some like just simple wilderness hazard. So maybe we'll say like, man, I don't know. Something kind of simple. Like maybe I'm like this is a grasslands, right? So lots of grass. Maybe I'm walking through a tall part of grass and I see what looks to be I mean, I'm no snake expert, but it seems to be possibly a very venomous snake coming right towards me. Maybe I gotta dodge out of the way of this venomous snake. No, I'm not trying to make this a whole combat encounter. It's not like a huge snake, but it's just like a snake that's trying to nab at my leg or whatever. I'm trying to just move out of the way, quickly dodge. Maybe that's my little hazard as I am approaching this village. A snake tries to bite my leg. So I think that's going to be a face danger plus edge because I'm using speed and agility to try to just dodge this snake. Let's see. So plus edge, I roll +2. So that is a miss. It's a full miss. I fail. Great. So I tried to dodge the snake. Snake's faster than I am. It just chomps at my leg. We'll say I definitely, yeah, I lose some health there. Ouch. Whatever. Okay, so snake biting at me, but besides that, we made it to last March. The settlement that Nisus was apparently last seen at, or at least got her job from. And I guess it's a pretty common trader route because it's pretty close to Fox Hollow. You know, it's only a little bit away, stone's throw away. That's not too bad. Okay. So then before I start doing too much in the village in the settlement. I kind of want to do a thing. I kind of want to resupply, and I forget where resupply is and how you do it. Give me a second as I look through. Oh, it's right here. The adventure moves. So I think as I get into this village, I'm going to first hit up some of like the shops, maybe try to find some like places to forage outside of the settlement and just try to get some of my supplies back up. So I'll roll plus wits, which is +3. Please give me something good. Why am I rolling so bad today? Those double 8s that I rolled against. So even with my wits of +3, that's still a miss. I find nothing helpful and I pay the price. We'll say, you know what? I lose a momentum as I'm just burning time because I'm not finding anything, and I'm just gonna do it again. You know what? I'm gonna resupply again because I need supplies. So I'm not, even though I don't find anything, it's not gonna give up. That's a little bit better, you know, but plus wits, that's good. That's a full success, a strong hit. So I bolster my resources, take +2 supply. Okay, that's better. Being at 4 supply is better. So I think maybe I'm able to go to some markets, do some trading, maybe do some foraging outside of the settlements, but I get my supply in a better position, you know, before I was robbed and all that good stuff, and before I hit a couple of slower points in my journey on the way to last March from Fox Hollow, but we made it. It wasn't too bad. Okay, so I'm in the, okay, so I guess also, since I'm in the settlement now, I can mark progress on this. 2 boxes, right? Would have been there, yeah, 2 boxes. Because that was one of the first steps of this quest, to figure out where Nisus was to, well, first I need to be in the settlement that she was last seen in. So I'm here, finally, in Last March. Why is it called Last March? Who knows? Maybe I should ask somebody about that and figure that out. Yeah, so we made it. Quick sip of water. Okay. So the next step is, I still don't know, we don't know where Nisus is, but I just need to figure out who gave Nisus the quest. That's my quest. Figure out who gave her the quest, find that person, figure out where they went, where they sent Nisus, go there, and then save her. So we're getting there. We're making progress on this quest, but don't need to find this person. So okay, let's start looking. Let's start asking around. Is there some, I imagine there's probably, I mean, it depends on the size of the settlement. Is there some bar here that I could just go to? I'm gonna say that's probably likely, but let's ask the Oracle. Is there some tavern? It said no. Well, you know what? I think there is. So I don't even know why I asked. I think there is. I say there is. Maybe there's not like a tavern. There's gotta be some spot to like get drinks. That's all people do in these games, is go to taverns and drink. Okay, so maybe it's not like a tavern. Maybe it's more just like a restaurant or something. I don't know. But there's like a bar there. Who knows? Whatever. I guess there's no like tavern. Okay, do they at least have like a hotel or an inn you can still stay at? Like, what do they do for travelers? Yeah, they do. Okay. There's no like tavern place. But there's like probably got to be some like social hotspot that I can like go to ask somebody something. There's some like central town location. I'm gonna go with 50-50. No, likely. It doesn't matter. There's no central chill location, I guess. So everybody just either likes to do their own thing, or maybe there's a lot of hot spots for like where people like to hang out. I guess not taverns, because there's no taverns in this town. Okay. So where would I even go? But there is a place to stay. So there's no taverns. There's gotta be like tavern. This maybe something like a tavern or something. Like where do people go? Where do people do? You know, where do people hang out? I mean, like I said, it's maybe not a tavern, but like a restaurant, bar, something like like people want to get food and drink somewhere. So let's say there's some local restaurant, sure, that some people like to frequent that we kind of find. So then, I'm gonna go in there and start just asking questions, I guess. So I will go up to whoever is running the restaurant, maybe who's ever behind like the main bar, and kind of just ask and tell my situation, like, hey, I'm from Fox Hollow. I came here looking for Nisus, and I tell them that they're missing, and that someone in this town gave them a quest to go somewhere. So I'm looking for that person that gave him the quest. So yeah, my question is, does the bartender know anything that's helpful? Which I'm just gonna roll for gather information. So I'm rolling plus wits, so +3. Does this bartender know anything good for me? +3, that is a strong hit. So I discover something helpful and specific. The path you must follow, action you must take, make clear, envision what you learn, and take +2 momentum. Great. So I imagine, okay, so I'm getting some good info. So then, is it that, does the bartender know Nisus? I'm gonna go with 50-50 because I don't know. No, it's not that they know Nisus. So then it's that they at least know of like a monster hunter type person that probably gave her this quest. Let's roll up a name for this person who is the quest giver, this other kind of monster hunter, I guess, in this town. We just roll a D100 and get another name. Names are what, a little bit further back, aren't they? 42, so their name is Leo. Okay, Leo. I'm just gonna jot that down like a note somewhere. Leo gave Nisus her quest. Probably. I guess we don't know for sure. Okay. So I'm in this bar / hangout area. It's not a tavern, I guess. It's more of like a restaurant. Whatever. Is Leo in here by any chance? Are they? I think it's 50-50, we'll say. Who knows? Maybe they are. They are in here. Luck just keeps getting better. Okay. So Leo's in the bar. I keep wanting to call it a bar. It's not a bar, it's not a tavern, it's just a restaurant that maybe has like a little bar area, but okay, so yeah, maybe the bartender points to where Leo is sitting. And you know what? Before I leave, I'm like, you know what, bartender? I'm sorry. This was so rude. You've been so helpful. What is your name? You know, I didn't even introduce myself or ask your name. What is your name, Mr. Bartender? Or the bartender is Adria. Not the bartender, but restaurant person. Okay, cool. Got a name for whoever was helping us out. I am gonna take a real fast break. I'll be back in a few. Maybe. All right, Sorry, y'all. I am back. Hopefully that was the last break. That's my bad. But we should be good now to continue this adventure. Yeah. Turn up the music a little bit on my end. Hopefully the music volume's good on your end. I mean, it's been the same it always has been, so hopefully it's good. Just turning it up on my end. You know, like jamming out to some lo-fi beats as I'm trying to hunt down the monster hunters and the monsters in this crazy Ironlands. So I'm in a bar, not a bar, I'm in a restaurant in Last March looking for Nisus and Nisus. I keep saying I don't want to go with Nisus. I'm going with Nisus. Nisus. Yeah, Nisus. Looking for Nisus. Went up to the bartender whose name is Nadria? And they're not a bar. I guess they were a bartender if they were working at the bar. And I was asking Nadria some questions, and she mentioned that Leo, here in Last March, might know of where Nisus went. So it turns out Leo's in the restaurant right now, maybe just having a bit of a dinner. I guess it's probably evening at this point by the time I'm in Last March. So I think before I do anything, I'm going to try to secure an advantage. I'm going to try to just scope out because before I go talk to Leo, before I go up and talk to this guy, I kind of want to just get an idea of him, just not spy on him, but like, yeah, scope him out for a minute or two, kind of get an idea of like what he's like, what he's maybe drinking, who he's talking to, stuff like that. Just to, before I approach, kind of have an idea of what I'm going up against. So I'm gonna try to secure an advantage with wits. So I'm rolling +3. It's a weak hit. Your advantage is short-lived. Take a +1 momentum. Okay, well at least it's something. So maybe the restaurant's pretty crowded, so I can't like overhear any conversation, but they seem to just be mostly just sitting alone, maybe talking to some people nearby, but mostly keeping to themselves. So I'm like, well, I don't know if I'm gonna get much more information from sitting far away. So I'm gonna go up and talk to Leo, introduce myself, and say, hello, my name is Marbash, yada, yada, yada. I come from Fox Hollow, looking for Nisus. Talked to Nadria. She said you might know something, so here I am. What's up? What do you know? Do you have any information? So, gathering information, rolling plus wits. That's a strong hit. That is a strong hit. And I take +2 momentum. Oh, that's good. You'll love to see that. So, okay. So it seems like they are very helpful. So I think, I'm not even gonna ask the Oracle. I think, yes, Leo is the one that gave her the quest. I imagine Leo knows that she's missing. Maybe he's the one that even mentioned to somebody to try to find her. Great. So we found out who gave her the quest. So that was the next part of this. That's pretty huge. I'm going to mark progress because I think that's progress worthy. We have found the person that gave her the quest. So now the main 3 steps I have left is I need to, we'll find out where Leo sent her and what she was hunting. Go there and save her. Pretty simple, I think. So I don't think I need to do a separate, just fling the pencil away. I don't think I need to do another gather information roll for Leo. I think that one will probably just suffice for this conversation. And then if I have actual questions, I can just ask the Oracle. So what was she hunting? There are some good beasts in the book. So maybe I'll pull that up real fast here. Forget where they are, but there's a couple of good beasts, yeah. Elder beast. Nah, you know what did I see? Dangerous. What is a? So lots of cool beast options in here. You know, we got Basilisk, Elder Beast, Harrow Spider, Leviathan, Mammoth, Wyvern. There's one of the Wyverns I was talking about. So we'll say that maybe she was hunting down a Basilisk. Right. Harrow Spider. We'll say that she was hunting a basilisk. That you know what? No, we'll say it's We'll say it was just a Harrow Spider. I don't want to make it anything too. Maybe it was like a big Harrow Spider, a group of them. But that's what she was hunting. Harrow Spiders. Harrow. We'll say Harrow. I don't know if it's Harrow or Harrow. She was hunting a big old Harrow Spider. Let's get a direction. North, south, east, or west of the town. West. Okay. So that's just where I came from then. I guess we can make it that. Was it close or far? We'll say 50-50. Was it close? Yes, it was close. So yeah, we'll say it's that 304 hex. Okay. So Leo gave her the quest. She was hunting Harrow Spiders, whatever the heck those are. She was hunting them west of town in that like 304 hex area. What else do I need to know? Obviously Nisus has been gone for a while because we heard about it. So in Fox Hollow, so it must have been pretty recent. I don't know if there's any. I guess I could ask. Who am I talking to? Leo. What else do I need to know about these? She was hunting spiders. I know where she was hunting them. Maybe I'll ask. Okay, this would be a good question for Leo. So Nisus is missing. She was hunting these spiders that you sent her after. Do you have any idea of what went wrong? That's gonna be my question. Maybe he knows the spiders are more strong than he was like leading on to be, or maybe it was like there's something else going on. But does Leo know or have any idea like what? Because Nisus is like a strong monster hunter. Like they should be able to take care of a couple spiders. So like what went wrong? Like do you have any idea of what's going on? This is my question to Leo. Do you have any idea of what's going on here? Any? I'm gonna give that an unlikely chance. So I need to roll 76 or higher. That's a 3. So no, he doesn't know what's going on. Which is fine. I don't imagine he would. Okay. I think I'm gonna mark more progress on this because we got a lot more info. We know where she is. We know what she was hunting. We know who sent her. Okay, we're moving right along, right down the list. I might want to try to do something here. I think I'm gonna try to heal up a little bit before I leave town, just to make sure I'm at like max health. I'm only missing 1 health, but you know what? That spider bite might come back to bite me. Not spider bite, it was a snake bite. I think I got spiders on the brain because that's what she was hunting. So I'm gonna do the heal move. If I'm mending my own heals, I have to roll plus iron, so I get to roll +1. Oh boy. I get to add +1 to this roll. So it is a weak hit. Okay, so I'll set for -1 momentum because it takes some extra time, but then I am able to patch up my heals. So I'm back up to full health. Great. I'm almost maxed out all my stats besides supply. I'm still a little bit down on, but that's okay. Still got 4, so I'm okay with that. Thought I heard something. I don't know. So, let me see something else real fast here. Is this still on? All sorts of noises. What is this? Why didn't that? Okay, whatever. Figure out. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. That's whatever. Okay. I think there's any other like info I need to grab or stuff. I think I just need to just go and just savor. Just finish this shit. So okay. So maybe I'll make a little journey to this hex. Maybe I'll do a face danger roll because I'm not gonna do a whole undertake a journey since it's 1 hex away, but I still will face danger to see just if anything happens. I'll do like plus wits for me. So it is a weak hit. We'll say I suffer. Say I lose some spirit. I get stressed out because maybe, you know, I already got attacked by a snake. I'm hearing about these big old spiders that she's hunting and possibly have killed Nisus. We don't even know if she's alive right now. And so I imagine I'm very on edge and just like jumping at every single noise. It's like, what was that? It was a stick breaking. I'm probably real jumpy and real paranoid, which is causing me a little bit of stress. So I think that's what's going on. But Hex 304, let me go ahead and sketch this out real fast. This kind of over here. So what I roll 64. So it's like a wasteland hex. Okay. And it's got the road just kind of going through it. So interesting. So there's like a wasteland desert area with spiders in it. Okay, cool. So we got a bit of a wasteland. Desert. I mean, it's a desert, but I think it's technically called a wasteland. That's why I keep calling it a wasteland. Show some sand and hills and whatever. Good enough. That's fine. So that's where I am. I'm going through the desert, trying to find Nisus. So I guess it just begins. I guess I'm gonna do gather information to try to look around and see what I can find. I almost want to try to secure an advantage first, but yeah, we'll just gather information, see what I can find, see if I can find any traces of her, any signs of her, or you know, her in general. That'd be best if I could actually find her. That is a weak hit. So the information complicates your quests or introduces a new danger. Envision what you discover and take 1. Complicates the quest or what? Complicates the quest or introduces a new danger. See, complicates the quest is interesting because she's just like dead. And that's just like one thing. I think it complicates the quest. Well, it would complicate it if she was dead. would complicate it if she's alive. Or what was it? Introduce a new danger. Okay, what could a new danger be that's not maybe another creature? Well, I guess it might be. So like as I'm traveling through this desert, trying to find Nisus and these spiders. Information complicates your quest or introduces a new danger. Yeah, I'm pretty unsure about what that means, if I'm being honest. Like I know there's a lot I could do with it. I might just do an oracle roll and see if that gives me any inspiration, because right now I'm not having a lot. I mean, I could just like I said, like spawn in a new creature, like a horror. What is that? Uphold. You're 93. So uphold law? What the hell does that mean? I mean, that makes, honestly, those go good together, but when I'm in the middle of a desert, what does uphold law have to do with anything? What could be the complication or new danger? I guess maybe we'll just run into some creature. It's not as exciting. I mean, it's kind of exciting, but like not like, yeah, I don't know. You run into some horror, maybe. That sounds like fun. So yeah, maybe like, because like, you know, spiders, maybe they don't. I don't know for sure. They, like, especially in like a desert, I feel like they would burrow, you know, into the sand, right? They burrow down and stuff. So maybe like I'm kind of looking around at the sand for any like movement in the sand, stuff like that, trying to figure out where these spiders went, and also any signs of Nisus, either dead or alive. I had an idea. No, I guess maybe a good idea. See, you know what? And we'll say that as I'm hunting around in the sand, I see an area of the sand as I'm kind of walking around it, maybe near some rocks or something, that the sand starts to kind of move. And maybe I'm like readying my bow and arrow as I see the sand start to move, kind of expecting some spiders to rise up out of it. And instead I see a couple of skeletons just rise out of the ground and start coming towards me. And I'm going to have to enter the fray. A couple of bone walkers is technically what they call it in this game. So defeat bone walkers. So since I was just gathering information, I'm just gonna make these guys, I think these are just, we'll make them, they're dangerous. Because there's gonna be at least one of them. There might be a couple, you know, a small group of these skeleton creatures. So then I need to enter the fray. I need to roll, let's see. If I am ambushed? No, I'm not ambushed. I guess I'm just facing off against my foe is how I'd do this. So I'll be adding my heart, which is +2. So that's an 8. So I get a weak hit. So I can either take initiative or +2 momentum. I will take initiative. So combat is another area that's pretty different than Starforged. The main thing is that in Starforged, there are attacking ways to make progress towards defeating characters, while in this game you only can do that by doing a strike or a clash. It's a way to inflict harm and actually mark progress. So yeah, that's a thing. There's not, honestly, I was kind of surprised. I wasn't sure how, because like I said, I read Starforged first and then came back to this game. Wasn't sure how much was gonna be similar, how much was gonna be different. There's a lot similar, and I kind of thought there would be more different. There's not. I mean, there's some differences, but like, and obviously the theme is the main one. But rules wise, it's pretty dang close. Anyway, we have initiative. That's another thing. Initiative that doesn't exist. Starforge. It's like you're either in a good spot or bad spot. But it works, I think, from what I can tell, it works pretty much the same. It's just called something differently. But anyway, we have initiative. We could do whatever. And I think first things first. So you have your combat moves, and then also you could do your normal adventuring moves. So for example, I'm gonna secure an advantage using my archer ability to taking a moment to aim. And I get to add +1. I'm gonna aim with trusting my instincts. So I'm going to roll plus wits. So I get to add basically, because of archer ability and plus wits, I'm adding +4 to this roll. Jeez Louise. This is a big old miss. Big old miss. So maybe I'm gonna just lose some momentum as I try to line up my shot, and then I like drop the arrow. I'm trying to like knock into the bow. So I'm like, I drop it on the sand. So I'm like trying to scour through the sand and grab the arrow again as these like skeletons are coming towards me. I'm gonna try it again. It's okay. I rolled that really weird, but hey, that's still good. +4. That's a strong hit this time. So I take +2 momentum on a strong hit, and then also since I'm securing an advantage, I'm gonna roll again and do a strike, and then I get to add +1 to it essentially. So on a strike, I'm doing an edge, so +4. It's a weak hit, so I inflict harm, but then I lose initiative. So with these guys, it's what, 2 harm? 2 progress per, it's 2 progress per harm. And I inflicted harm. I inflict 2 harm, so that's 4 progress. Because by default, you do 1 if you're unequipped, or if you have a weapon, that's 2. And it's 2 progress per harm. Sorry, I just want to make sure I get this right. Wait, hold on. 2 progress per harm. Then, is that right? Because then they would be, because I just did 2 harm. That'd be 4 progress. Each progress is 2 boxes. Okay, no, that is what it's just 2 progress boxes. I don't know why it's, yeah. So each harm marks progress 1, which is 2 boxes. So since I did 2 harm, I do 4 boxes. Okay. It was kind of worded a little bit differently. I thought it was going to be like double that, and I was really confused. I think I got it. So these bone walkers, these skeletons, have rised out of the sand. I aim my arrow, drop my arrow in the ground, grab the sand off of it, pick it back up real fast. I shoot at one of them, hits them like right in the shoulder. They kind of take a step back. But these guys have the initiative. So maybe I hit the one, but the other one is closing in on me. And so I need to... I'm gonna try to secure an advantage by taking a moment to aim. Well, actually, first I'm trying to secure an advantage by moving away from the skeleton. Well, I guess, yeah, there's one near me and one kind of far away from me. I'm gonna secure an advantage by rolling plus edge, so +2 to try to get away from this guy. Shouldn't have done that. I could burn my momentum. Now I'll just take the miss. My assumptions betray me. So what, I'm trying to get away, and then when I just like fall. We'll say I definitely lose some momentum as I'm like trying to like get up to maybe higher ground or like back away, and maybe I just stumble into sand, and then these guys are just getting closer and closer to me. Maybe I still will try to strike at the one. I'll try to aim with my bow and try to hit the one farther away. So let me first secure an advantage by aiming, so I get +4 to this. It doesn't matter because it's still a miss. Jeez. Try to aim again and something else goes wrong. Man, I just can't aim a bow to save my life, I guess. Okay. I'm trying to think of what happens now. So I was trying to aim with the arrow. I think maybe I just took too long, and one of the skeletons got like a hit at me as they come up and try to just like claw me with their bony hands or whatever. Okay. So I'm gonna just try to aim at them again with my bow. That's a weak hit. So what? Your advantage is short-lived. Take +1 momentum. Okay. I take another +2 because of my thing over here. So I'm up to 10, which is good, but I don't have a +1 to this roll. Yeah, maybe I'll just strike. Oh, wait, I don't know if I don't think I have advantage still. I'll just clash, I guess, is what I meant to say. So I'll still roll plus edge. Yeah, plus edge. You inflict harm, but pay the price. Your foe has initiative. So I do inflict harm. And I pay the price again. So maybe these skeletons scratch at me some more. They just do some more damage to me. Yeah. And you know what? Maybe I'm gonna try to end the fight. I'm at 8 out of 10. That seems probably good enough. Let's see if I can finish off these bone walkers. Yes, that's a 1 and a 6. An 8 is a strong hit to end the fight. The fight is no longer. I finished them off. So we'll see. Maybe I took out the one earlier in the back. The one still in front of me. It scratched at me. I was able to gain enough distance between me. I lined up a shot right in the skull. Skeleton falls to the ground and is dead. Cool. Skeleton's dead. I'm gonna take a moment to heal because I need to heal just a little bit. So I'm gonna try to treat my own wounds. I have to roll plus, what is it, heart? Or iron? Iron, so only +1. So it's such a terrible roll. I probably shouldn't even be attempting this. My aid is insufficient. Pay the price. I think what makes sense is I'm just wasting supplies. So I lose a little bit of supply. Okay. Maybe I'll try to do some foraging in the desert while I'm here. Some roll plus wits. Okay, that's a weak hit. Take up to 2 supply, but suffer 1 momentum for each. So I will take 2 supply and suffer 2 momentum. So yeah, it's a lot harder to find stuff out in the desert, surprisingly, but I am able to get some basic stuff that I'm missing. Some food, maybe some water, who knows. Okay. So I need to try to track down these spiders and figure out where she went. So I imagine, what's his face? Leo probably has a good idea of generally where she went, kind of, but it's somewhere in this area. So you know what? I'm gonna try to track down these spiders. I'm gonna look for specific spider markings in the sand. I'm gonna look for little spider tracks or whatever I think spider tracks look like. I can use my Slayer ability to help. This is when you gather information by tracking a beast or horror. Add +1 and take +1 momentum on a hit. So yeah, I'm gonna try to gather info on where these spiders are. So I get +3 +4 total. So that is a 7. right? Making sure I'm not forgetting anything. Yeah. So that means it is a weak hit. Or it could burn momentum to make it a strong hit. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna burn my momentum to make it a strong hit. Trying to track down these spiders, because then I'm still gonna get one. I get 3 momentum back essentially, because I get 1 from this and 2 from that. So okay, so it was a strong hit. I'm able to track down like maybe a little cave area where these spiders seem to be. Now my question is, I'm probably trying to be very stealthy. I got my bow and arrow and whatnot. Are there, so I found this, let's just say a cave, just some cave that has these spiders in it that the little tracks were leading me to. So I found the tracks, found the cave, found the area where the spiders are. Do I see, what's her name? I forgot, Nisus? Do I see Nisus anywhere in the cave? I imagine if these are like spiders, if she's alive, she's probably just like spider webbed, kind of tied up. So maybe that's what these spiders do, is they kind of just spider web up their victims instead of like, you know, and they're saving them for later or something weird like that, something whatever spiders do. So okay, well, let me ask a couple questions, because I think, do I find Nisus in this cave? I think it's likely. I don't know why I rolled the action dice. I didn't need that. Yes. Okay. Nisus is in this cave. Next question. Okay, she's in this cave. Is she alive? I think it's likely. Let's see. Is she alive? Barely. Like on the D100, she had to, the roll had to be 26 or higher for her to be alive, and I rolled 26. So she is just barely alive. But no, she's alive. It's not like, yeah, no, she's alive. It's not like she's also like barely alive, like she's on the verge of death. I just mean like, if the dice was 1 point lower, she would have been dead. But nope, she's alive. She's chilling. So I think what makes the most sense is, yes, if there's a spider cave and Nisus is still alive, I think it makes the most sense that, yeah, she's just like spiderweb tied up. Okay. Are there, so I've tracked the spider tracks to this cave. Are there spiders currently in the cave? I think it's likely. So I'm gonna say, yeah, it's probably likely there are spiders in the cave. There are not spiders currently in the cave. Holy crap. All right, well, let me try to untie Nisus then. I imagine also, like, yeah, Nisus, we know each other. Maybe not super well. We kind of maybe either trained under the same overseer at our village, or maybe we were in like the same class. Maybe she was above me or whatever, but we probably at least know each other. So when she sees me, she hopefully recognizes me and is probably a little happy. And let me make a move to try to, I'm gonna try to yeah, untangle all the spider stuff and get her out. So I'm gonna do a face danger, and we'll do plus edge. I rolled a 1, but also a 1 and a 2, so that's a strong hit. So I get to take +1 momentum up to 6, and yeah, we're chilling. She is out. She is safe. Excuse me. I can mark progress. Okay. Okay, wait, so there was no spiders in the cave. So I was gonna ask, are there still spiders alive? Obviously there has to be if she killed, or she got like webbed up. I don't even know, like, what do I do here? Do we try to finish the job? Is there more to be done? Like, okay, I'll ask Nisus this. Like, Do we need to, should we, she's also been tied up for who knows how long, maybe hours, days. Who knows what happened to her. So she's probably not doing too good, but she's also probably pissed at these spiders and wants to finish her job. So I'm trying to think of the right question to ask the Oracle before I ask it. Yeah, I'm gonna ask Nisus, like, do you need to finish wiping out these spiders? Because if so, I'll help you. That's what I'll ask. Do you need help? Do you need to finish wiping out these spiders? I'm gonna do a 50-50. I don't know. No, she does not need to finish wiping out the spiders. Either she's wiped out enough of them or she just wants to get out of there. But honestly, she's like, I'm done. So I'm like, that's fine. It seems like you've had a rough time here. I encountered some skeletons and got kind of pummeled a little bit, but obviously probably not as much as her. So yeah, I'm like, let's kick it out of here. Maybe head back to, I guess, Fox Hollow. Or no, maybe just Lost March. And then we'll meet up with Leo and kind of convene on what needs done next. Trying to think. Yeah, we'll just do a face danger roll to try to get back to the town. And I'll just use like wits, which I guess it wouldn't have mattered what I used because I would have got it anyway. Okay, cool. So I'm keeping an eye out for spiders, keeping an eye out for bone walkers and all that stuff. But yeah, we make it back to Last March. Okay. And let's see, with that, it's a full progress track. So I'm going to, oh wait, do I need to? Yeah, I'm gonna roll to fulfill the vow. Please don't be 10s, please don't be 10s. It's a 4 and a 9, so glad I fully did it, but that is a strong hit on fulfilling the vow. Quest is complete, so since it was dangerous, I get 2 experience. I think what you're supposed to do, it's kind of hard to see, but I just, circled 2 of them, and then when you use them, you fill them in. I think it's the way to do it, or maybe you fill them in and then X them out. I don't know what the best way to do this. Maybe I'll do that, is you fill them in and then you X them out as you use it. So it says in the book, I think, how the best way to do it, but nah, I don't care. Okay, so quest is complete. Cool. So I imagine we go back to the restaurant. Leo's probably not there, but we probably, I guess we probably don't go there then. We probably just track down, she probably knows where to find Leo since she got the quest from him. We go back to Leo and they kind of just, I don't know, catch up. She kind of just tells him what happened. Yada, yada, yada. So I think, yeah, that quest is kind of complete at this point. Not much more to do. So, yeah. Quest complete. Nisus was found. Surprisingly, didn't have to deal with any spiders. Had to deal with some skeletons though, but no spiders. So that's always good. That's that quest. So okay. I guess so. Before we part ways, because I don't know, I don't think there's anything else I really need to do in Last March. I might ask Leo about the Wyvern Gang, because it's my overall quest. Does Leo know anything about the Wyvern Gang? I think it's gonna be pretty much unlikely, I think is what it's gonna be. Yeah, no, he doesn't know anything. He doesn't know anything. It's worth a shot to ask, but Leo doesn't know anything about it that can help me. Besides, like, maybe he's heard of them, but like no actual useful information about who they are or where to find them, anything like that. So, okay. Okay, well, let me then ask this. So I guess I have a panel of experts here. So if I can't, yeah, let me actually do a gather information roll instead to see if I figure out stuff about the Wyvern clan. So that's a weak hit. Information complicates your quest or introduces a new danger. Vision what you discover and then take +1 momentum. Okay, so I take +1 momentum. So I'm asking about the Wyvern gang, and I get information that causes a new complication. Yeah, I think it's just that Weo doesn't really know anything about the clan itself. But when we, maybe I'll get some maybe I also learned then that wyverns aren't super natural to this area that I'm in, at least of this part of the Ironlands. So that maybe, this clan's not from around here because wyverns don't typically appear in this area. And that maybe I need to just try to go somewhere else in the Ironlands to find these guys. So I'm gonna roll a d4. If it's a 1 or a 2, it's north. Okay, it's south. I was trying to think okay, where are these wyverns? Either north or south of here. So we'll say they're more southern. So they're a more southern creature from where I am in the Ironlands. They're found in the more southern part. We'll say I'm kind of in central Ironlands just to make it a bit easier. So wherever these wyverns are, they're found more in the south. So that's going to be what I learned. And I can mark a little bit of progress towards this, which is just a single tick. I have learned that these wyverns are found in the south. So looking around this area is probably not going to get me too far because there aren't any. And that's what I find out. Okay. I wonder if there's anything else going on in this settlement. Trouble-wise. Maybe a little bit of settlement trouble. Maybe I'll roll on the settlement trouble table. See what kind of settlement trouble is going on. 35. Disastrous accident. Let's roll some words to get what kind of disastrous accident. It was a disastrous accident that bolstered a disastrous accident that was the words are bolster and warning. What could that even mean? So some sort of just a really bad accident. Just trying to bolster warning. I kind of like warning. I don't like bolster. Let me get another word. I just rolled 96 again. Communicate warning. Okay, so there was an accident involving a warning communication. This is for the whole settlement. Communicate warning. So maybe there's some disaster communicate warning. So, okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think of something I could do for this. Disastrous accident. Communicate warning. I have a kind of fun idea, but I don't know if it's anything that's actually good. I don't know if it's actually a good idea, but I have an idea. I'm just trying to think of something else I could do with this. Disastrous accident. and communicate warning. Like, would I have my kind of funny idea, not maybe funny, but like maybe interesting, is that there is some person in last March that's a bit of a seer. I don't know what the best way to, like, maybe someone that's a little bit on the crazier side, but also a bit on like the, like, has some mystical powers, some magical powers, and specifically like they're a bit of like a, I don't want to say fortune teller, but that's kind of the best way I can maybe, like someone that has some like insight into the future. Maybe not with 100% accuracy or whatever, but someone that has some like inkling of what's to come in the future. And I think what I take communicate warning is that this person, whoever it is warning of some, whatever it was, just something disastrous accident that's coming to last March, and they're trying to find someone to help prevent it. So maybe that's what it is like some local resident has some future sight. It doesn't have to be like quite accurate or, like I said, whatever. Let me get a character name fast for this future sight person. 68, Amara. I'm just gonna maybe call him like the fortune teller for now, or Amara. Maybe I'll just keep referring to it as like future sight, because it's not like seeing the future. It's more just like getting glimpses or like feelings or like very vague ideas of what's to come. And so, yeah, maybe that's something that's going around town. As I was like, well, where's my supply? Is my supply at 5? I don't know if I just bumped that. I'm asking Leo. Okay, I'm like, well, Nisus is back safe now. While I'm here in last March, is there anything else that needs done? Anything I could help with? I'd like to help while I can. It's like, anything going on around the settlement that I can, that's freaking people out? And Leo's like, well, Amara, who lives in the town, she's a bit of a, not a lunatic, but she's got some strange opinions, I guess we could say. And so she's been sometimes it's a bit out there, but also seems to know what's happening and what's she sees like she has an idea of like what's to come. And so she's been kind of freaking out recently that there's some disastrous event coming to last March. And most of the residents are just like, yeah, whatever. Some are worried. A lot of them are worried. A lot of them are annoyed. It seems like the residents are kind of split on like whether to believe Amara or not. So yeah, maybe the vow is just deal with the Amara situation, whether that's getting her to like shut up. It sounds mean, but seriously, I mean, if it's worrying settlement, like residents, people are getting like worried and concerned or just annoyed, we need to like figure her out. Or if it's like a legitimate concern and what residents want me to like look into it, then I'll start like trying to see what we could do to prevent the disaster. But I think, yeah, this sounds like a fun little, we'll make this maybe just like a troublesome vow of, yeah, maybe I'll just say like, call it like a vow to deal with the Amara situation. It's probably the best way to put it, because it's like, I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I'm just trying to like fix it. So I'll make it a troublesome quest. Deal with Amara situation. That's a quest. Okay. Well, just checking something. Okay. So yeah, deal with the Amara situation. I guess I need to actually swear the Iron Vow itself. Do that real fast. Here we go. Swear an iron vow. All right, let's swear this vow upon this iron to Leo that I'm like, listen. Maybe Leo's one of the people that's, maybe he believes Amara. He's one of the ones that believes it, but maybe most residents are just like either annoyed or, I don't know, maybe not fed up, but shoot. Whatever. So we'll say, yeah, let me swear this vow. So plus heart makes that a weak hit. So I'm determined to begin my quest with more questions than answers. Take +1. Envision what you need to do to find a path forward. So what would give me more questions than answers? Well, I mean, I like the idea that she's pretty unreliable. Some people believe her, some people don't, some people are annoyed, some people are just like whatever. Some people are like actually worried because they believe her. I don't know. So what would cause a complication? I mean, one complication that comes to mind, but I don't want to do it, is that like people don't know where she is, because I just got done tracking down one missing person. I really don't want to have to track down another person, but that would be a good way to add to it. But at the same time, like, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that angle very much, because I just found him missing. Like, also, if she's gone, then the situation has kind of dealt with itself. So like, I don't like that. I'm just trying to think of like an extra little bit of something I can add in there that'll make things a little bit more tricky, or just add another layer of whatever to it. The overseer. The overseer. There's the angle. The angle is the overseer. But what is the angle? So the overseer has some opinion on this Amara situation. You know what? I like the idea that the overseer. Let's ask Mythic, because I don't know. I was gonna say, does the overseer believe Amara? I don't know. I'm gonna make this a 50-50. Does the overseer believe Amara? Yes, they do. Okay, so I like that the overseer is like taking this threat seriously. So is Leo. They're like, I kind of believe Amara. She's maybe a little out there at times, but she knows what she's talking about when she says stuff like this. Seems like most of the townsfolk then are either, they probably just don't believe her, or maybe they do believe her and are scared. But I like that idea that the overseer is also like wanting this situation dealt with, because the overseer kind of believes Amara as well. Which, real quick, we don't have a name for the overseer in Lost March. We have, was it Wheela? Wheela is the overseer in Fox Hollow. But Last March, the overseer is 32. Malia. Okay, so yeah, Malia is the overseer in Last March. Amara is I don't want to call her the crazy lady, but the future sight person, who is going on about this impending this disastrous accident that's coming, and that she really wants. She's trying to prevent, trying to get people like, listen to me, and no one wants to listen. And Leo's like, yeah, you might want to, we could use some extra help trying to figure out the situation. So that's what I'm going to do, is try to figure out what's going on with Amara. See if they're actually, maybe she's right. Maybe she's finally lost it. Who knows? I think that's a good place to stop. And maybe we'll figure out what the Amara situation is next time I play this. Which I don't know when I'll play this again. I don't know. Because I do enjoy this. And I'm going to be honest. having played now Ironsworn and Starforge, I like Starforge more. Just because of how some of the rules work, just the sci-fi setting in general. There's a lot more oracles. Jesus. Cats make a lot of noise. There's a lot. I think like overall, I definitely prefer Starforge, surprisingly, because I do like a good fantasy setting. But you know, now that I've actually had a good couple hours that I've played through the solo before the stream, and you know, playing it on the stream, it is fun, and I do like it. But I do think I could safely say that I like Starforge better. Not that this is bad in any way. This is a free game you can get yourself right now. I highly recommend it. It is a great game. Had a lot of fun playing it. And I'm not saying I'm never going to play it again, but I mean, like I said, I enjoy Starforge more, so I'll probably end up playing, you know, jumping back to my Starforge playthrough more. But I'll definitely continue at least this a little bit more in the future. I'm not going to completely abandon this adventure. And I'm kind of curious, you know, what's going to happen with Amara? Does she actually have some premonition of what's to come? Is she gone crazy? What is this disaster? Can it be prevented? Who knows? I don't know. Who knows? Oracle does, I guess. But yeah, I think, you know what, that's a pretty good wrapping up point for today. So let me hop over to my just chatting screen as I just chat. All right. And of course, in my usual tradition, at the end of the streams, I am going to give a little teaser of what's to come on the channel for this upcoming week. So let me pull up my little schedule so I make sure I get everything right. So for the stream, for the channel, I guess, sorry. On Tuesday, this Tuesday, I'll have a random video coming out, and that video is going to be me playing That's Pretty Clever. I played this a while back on the channel. I did a print and play edition of Soul Gaming Sunday where I played that game and the sequel of it, where I just did a little print and play versions of the game, and I did pretty poorly at both of the games. I enjoyed the games for sure. I mean, so much so that I at least went out and bought the first one, but didn't do such a great job. So I was like, you know what? I own this version now. I've played it a few more times. I need to give it another shot and actually get a score that's actually like on the score sheet. Because I think last time I did, like, I got like 0-star scores both of the times I played. So I was like, I'm going to go back and play this game. And so that's what I will be doing. Tuesday is playing That's Pretty Clever. On Thursday, I will be continuing my Fallout solo 2D20 RPG playthrough series. So that's what episode, I think 3. Be continuing that adventure. I'll be honest, I'm having a ton of fun playing that. It's a pretty fun little adventure we got going on. I think a lot of stuff's going to start happening soon. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun playing the Fallout game more. I've been playing on Foundry, which I've been enjoying a lot. It makes like a lot of this stuff streamlined and quicker, and just I don't know, I've been liking it. So I've been having a lot of fun with that series. So yeah, Thursday will be the new Fallout, and then next Sunday, the next Solo Gaming Sunday, Imperium Legends. This game right here is what I'll be playing next Sunday. I've had this game for a while now. I think I got it earlier this year, a couple months back. I think I got it like after Christmas with some like gift cards or something I had, and it just kind of sat on my shelf for a while because, you know, I'm playing other games, trying to learn other stuff, kept putting it on the back burner, but I got it because I heard so many good things about it, and that it's a good deck builder and all this stuff. And so the past, the past week or so, I've been playing it, learning it. It's really fun. I've been having a lot of fun with it. So next Sunday, I'm gonna be playing that, some Imperium Legends. So that's the schedule. Tuesday, That's So Clever. Thursday will be Fallout, and next Sunday, Solo Gaming Sunday, will be Imperium Legends Edition, where I'll be playing that. And hopefully, you know, hopefully by that time I'll get a couple more plays of that in, and have a better understanding of the rules. So I can also, because I've only played the one Empire, the Jin, I I forget how to pronounce it, but the QIN Dynasty Empire. Yeah, they're the only ones I've played. So I want to learn more, play more. So hopefully on the live stream I'll play through a couple. But that is what is to come for this next week on the channel. So yeah, pretty exciting stuff, and I'm looking forward. I got some pretty fun games and fun videos that are coming out over the next couple weeks, month or so. I think I'll be doing some pretty fun streams, got some pretty fun videos planned, so I'm looking forward to it. Also future streams. I'm still dialing in stream stuff. Like today, I finally, I thought I had the stream, because I'm trying to get like the bots working, the chat bots. That's what I was messing with at the beginning of the stream, I was trying to get the chat bots working. So like Streamlabs, I have like now 2 different bots in the chat, so I need to figure it out, because I have Stream Elements and Streamlabs. So wait, what if I do, let's test this. So what if I do test? Does that still work? Is it still running? So that should give me back a test exclamation point if it's still working. Yeah, it's working. That's crazy. Okay, so that Streamlabs is working. That's pretty cool. So yeah, maybe I have to keep messing with stuff. I'm still, you know, been streaming for a while now, but I'm still getting the hang of things, still tweaking settings and figuring stuff out. Yeah, that chat thing was, I'm still trying to figure out, where's my chat over here, how to get like not just the YouTube version of this chat, and every time it's like it never works through like getting it through Stream Elements to Streamlabs. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but every time it never does it right. So I mean, at least I still have the chat visible on this like little just chatting screen. But yeah, I want to get those bots working better. I want to get some like timers set up and commands. You know, I saw like you probably see it a little bit further up there. It's got like the hydrate reminder. It's just like, I was just testing stuff out. That's fun. But that was supposed to go off like every hour, and it's only gone off once this stream. So I don't know what's going on there. So I don't know. Still need to figure out these bots and whatnot a bit more. But yeah, it's a work in progress, but I'm still getting the hang of things. But yeah, all that rambling out of the way, I think that's where I'm going to end today. So I had a lot of fun playing Ironsworn. Like I said, I like this game a lot. Had a fun little time with this adventure, figuring out what happened to Nisus, and you know, doing a little bit of monster hunting. That's what Marbash likes to do. He likes to hunt monsters. He got to shoot some stuff, got to track some stuff. Good time all around. So yeah, next week, Tuesday, That's So Clever. Thursday, more Fallout, and next Sunday, Imperium Legends solo gaming Sunday stream. So that's what's coming, and that's where I'm going to end it for today. So thank you all so much for watching, and anybody that was watching live, I really appreciate it. It's always more fun, you know, having people in the chat, hanging out, talking with. I always enjoy that. So it means a lot when people stop by and say hi and hang out. So thank you all so much. If you enjoyed the stream, a like would be greatly appreciated as always. And until next time, I'll see ya. Bye, everybody. Hope you all have a good week. I'll see you on Tuesday, where I'm playing That's So Clever. I'll see you all, I guess, live next Sunday for some Imperium Legends. Should be a good time.